Well, good day and welcome back to all of our friends, family, and following. Go on and soak up your mental vacation break there. We're in Virginia Beach for our mental vacation break. Listen, very, very important. We'll keep this short because right beneath this, we've got a recorded webinar. This will be one of the last recorded webinars we'll send out to our entire email list. In order to get our recorded webinars going forward, you'll need to be a part of our CRB Digi Millionaires. But I want to share a major announcement that, if you will allow it, is going to have a tremendous impact on your bottom line and potentially get you to Bitcoin, or what we like to refer to as Digi Millionaire status. Now, a few months ago, we shared with our audience that we were going to begin doing what we call trading labs. We've been in the financial markets since 1994. We've traded in some form of fashion actively in the market since 1999. As we've been introduced to trading in the Digi space, the cryptocurrency space, we refer to it as the Digi space. One of the things that we wanted to do is we wanted to empower our members, empower our audience, empower our CRB Digi Millionaire family to build a coin portfolio. Now, we've got a 5-step Digi Millionaire roadmap. The biggest part of the roadmap is you developing your own coin portfolio. A coin portfolio that you own and you control. Now, let me share with you, for instance, what we're talking about here, okay? All right, so I recently did this. I'm recording this on September the 13th. I did this spreadsheet on September the 12th of 2017. Now, what we did is we looked back at the top 20 assets from the previous year. So we look back on September 11th, 2016, Bitcoin, for instance, was going for $623.33 a coin. A year and a day later, it was going for $4,116.73. And when you do all of the math, that represents a 560% return. So if you had just bought Bitcoin a year ago and just sat on it for that year, you would be up 560%. So let's say that you had $1,000 and you purchased Bitcoin with $1,000 back on September the 11th, 2016, and you held on to it to September the 12th, 2017. Your $1,000 would have made $5,604 in profits. So at the end of 1 year, your $1,000 would have been worth $6,604. Now, what would your $1,000 be worth even in a good stock? And we know that the U.S. stock market has been hitting record highs. What would your $1,000 have been in a mutual fund? What would your $1,000 have been in a CD or in your savings account or what have you? Okay. All right. However, it's not just Bitcoin. So we actually looked at the top 20 Digi assets from the previous year based on what's called market capitalization. Ethereum, for instance, was up 2,300%. An asset called Ripple. Most people have never even heard of Ripple unless they've been on our webinars. Up 3,460%. Building your coin portfolio is the best way for you to become a Digi Millionaire. It's also the best way to compress time frames. So many folks are behind. They're behind on retirement. Maybe they're already at retirement, or they're looking at retirement in 5 years or 10 years, and they're looking at their account saying, I don't have enough to live on. Social Security may not be there in its full form during my retirement. What if I happen to live another 20, 30 years after I retire? A lot of people behind on retirement. A lot of people with school-age children behind on college education funding for their children. A lot of people like me in that triple squeeze, where I'm in my mid-40s, All right, and I've got parents in their mid 70s, and I want to make sure that their golden years are golden. So I want to make sure that they're taken care of. Meanwhile, I still have a 10-year young daughter at home. All right, college for her. And then I'm 46 in my mid 40s. I want to make sure that my golden years and our retirement is taken care of for my family. And so for so many people, they got started late in investing, if they've started at all, and they just don't have enough. And we need a vehicle that's going to help us to compress time frames. If all of a sudden you had a vehicle that you 5 times your money in a year's time, and in Ethereum 20 times your money, that's what that means. A 2,300% return. $1,000 in Ethereum would have made $23,225. $1,000 in Ripple in a year's time would have made $1,000 would have made $34,600. Okay, so really quickly, we went through the top 20 assets, and we looked, what would your return have been if you had put $1,000 as an example in Litecoin or in Monero or in Ethereum Classic. Here's one, Steem. You would have been up 68%. All of a sudden, you look at 68% and you're disappointed. Yet, had you had a mutual fund that did 68%, had you had some other investment vehicle where you made 68% on your money, where you took $1,000 and made $680.88, that would have been an amazing investment. In this digi space, this is rather disappointing. Dash, 2,742%. NIM, 4,100%. Your $1,000 would have been $41,000. Maybe you didn't have $1,000 to put in NIM. Maybe you'd only put $100 in NIM. Your $100 would have been $4,100. Maybe you didn't have $100 to put in NIM. You put $10 in NIM. Your $10 would have been $412. Imagine $10 a year later, $412. So look at this. All right, look at this. Let's just hurry up here. 2,638%, 525, 309, 682, 2563. Another disappointing one, right? 87%. Another disappointing one, right? 16.17% for 5 years. I sold mutual funds where our best fund that we were promoting had averaged 18.4% for the previous 10 years. This is more like a mutual fund. Disappointing in this digi space. Okay, so had you taken $1,000 and put them in the top 20 assets from this time last year, your 1,000 times 20 or $20,000 would be $293,000. This is why we say your best shot of becoming a digi-millionaire is to build your own coin portfolio that you own and that you control. Now, let's do this again, because not everybody has $20,000, right? What if you'd put $100 into each of the top 20 assets, $2,000? Take a zero off. Your $2,000 would be worth over $29,000. I hope you're starting to see why we say your best shot at becoming a digi-millionaire, your best shot at financial freedom is you building your own coin portfolio. Okay, so let me tell you what we have come up with. All right. We have been sharing with our audience for months that we were going to start a trading lab, where the whole purpose of the trading lab is to assist you in building your own coin portfolio. What assets do we want to key in on? What are the top assets that we want to start looking at? What price points do we want to start buying those assets? And when we have a day like today, for instance, okay, where the market is down, instead of getting afraid of the red, we embrace this because this means that we can go shopping. But which of these assets do we want to start adding to our portfolio? Yes, we can say, okay, well, let's get the top 20, but maybe there's some of those top 20 we don't want to touch. And maybe there's an asset that's in the top 100. Maybe it's 103. And nobody knows a lot about it right now, but they've got a technology that is going to be here for the long haul, and we could see an asset do 10 times or 20 times or 30 times our outlay over time. And so what we will be doing starting Thursday, September the 14th, is we will have a weekly trading lab where we will go into the markets. We will start looking at specific assets, why we may want to add that asset to our coin portfolio. Excuse me for coughing in your ear. And the prices that we might want to consider buying that asset at. And when we have a day like today, it would be nice to already know assets that we're looking to buy on sale. Assets we're looking to get at a discount. And it may not be in the top 20. It may not be in the top 20. Okay? All right, so here's what we're doing. We had priced our trading labs. Give me just a moment. Let's go over here, okay? All right, so we priced our trading labs because we actually introduced earlier this summer someone who was going to run our trading labs, but we decided to bring the trading labs in-house. When we introduced that particular person, we had a flood of new people come and join our system, and they were going to pay $30 a month just for our basic CRB system, a CRB Digimillionaire system, and then an extra $100 a month for the trading lab. So essentially, to be a part of the trading lab, you had to be a CRB member. To be a part of the trading lab would have been $130 a month. Okay, far worth it. All right, and to be honest with you, it should be more than that. Particularly, we just had one of our members who said that when we were doing a series of free trading labs, they said just from what they learned in the free trading labs and applied in their own trading account, their account had been up quadruple, 4 times. And we had only been doing the free trading labs for a few weeks. I think we started the free trading labs sometime in July, and here we are doing this in mid-September. So it had only been a few weeks that we had done the free trading labs as a precursor to our $100 a month trading lab. So essentially what would have happened is you would have had to been a CRB member for $30 a month. Then the trading lab would have been an upgraded subscription, all right, of $100 a month. Now, what we've shared with our audience is my retirement date, when I will be retiring from marketing, is going to be Wednesday the 30th, year 2020. So that gives us a little more than 3 years. I want to leave a legacy in this industry. I want it said that when I hang up my marketing boots, if you will, hang up my marketing cleats, if you will, that we left our footprints in the sand of time as it relates to this industry. And I know that most people are not good at marketing. So here's what we're doing. We don't want there to be any barriers to you being a CRB member and being able to be in our weekly trading labs. And if you can't make it, guess what? We will record the labs and you'll be able to watch them on a recorded basis. Also, this part here probably won't happen until sometime in October. We will have a mastermind group, probably a Facebook group, where when we are in the marketplace and we make a trade, as we made a couple of trades earlier today because things were at a discount, we will go into the group and we will post the trade. Now, we're not giving any investment advice. It'll be incumbent upon you to do your own research, but that will give you a way to have a little cheat sheet, a Cliff Notes version, if you will. ICOs, we just participated a couple of weeks ago in our first ICO, and a few days ago we participated in our second ICO. But we have made a connection with a huge group led by someone who spent 10 years on Wall Street. And so to be a part of that subscription base is a very, very capital intensive. But what we'll take is information that we get from that group and go through our own filters and what have you, and also share that with our Trading Lab members. This will allow you or assist you in building your own coin portfolio. And why is that so important? We promote third-party auto-digi profit systems. All right, we will continue to promote third-party auto-digi profit systems, but we don't fully know what's really happening behind the scenes with those third-party systems. Nobody can take away your coin portfolio. Nobody can take away your skill at developing your coin portfolio. And no, you're not going to have to watch, you're not going to have to be in front of a screen looking at charts, doing all this techno stuff. No. Come to our live webinars, watch our recorded webinars. If we take any trades in the webinars, we will post those trades that we took in the webinar, at what prices we took them, what our strategy is in terms of an exit, as well as once we launch our Facebook group. Could be a Telegram group, but let's call it Facebook group right now. We'll post that in there. And so here's the thing. Instead of $130 a month, what we've decided is to make the Trading Labs a part of your subscription, period. Now, right now, that subscription is only $30 a month. You take a $1 test drive for 7 days, and after that, it's $30 a month. October 1, we're going to go up slightly on that. $1 test drive and only $49.95 a month. So, if you are not a CRB member, then there'll be information below this video on how you can become a CRB member. Connect with the person that referred you to our audience, get their CRB link. If you are a CRB orphan, the person that originally got you to our following is not paying any attention, they don't have a CRB link, they don't want to have a CRB link, then we'll give it below. You'll see how you can request a CRB link. For those of you that are already in CRB or will be joining CRB, what you'll do is when you come into CRB, scroll down to where we have the calendar, and we'll have our Trading Labs on Thursday night. We do 2 webinars on Thursday. 8 p.m. Eastern is what we call a Digi Basics / Marketing Basics webinar. The actual Trading Lab will happen at 9:30 p.m. The Trading Lab is on a different webinar link than our other webinars. Okay, so you'll have to come into CRB, come to the calendar to get the link for the Trading Lab, 9:30 p.m. U.S. East Coast time. If you are a CRB member and that time just does not work for you, we will record those webinars. They'll be posted typically sometime over the weekend, maybe at the latest on a Monday. Excuse me. And well, if we make any trades, we'll also post those trades and the price points at which we were looking to get into those trades. Okay, so here's the deal. If you're not a CRB member, take our $1 test drive that gives you 7-day access to CRB. Thereafter, it's just $30 a month. As of October 1, it will be $49.95 a month. But your Trading Lab will be a part of your CRB membership. Now, here's the last thing I'll say here. Whether we're talking $30 a month or $49.95 a month, okay? What can you buy if you do not become a CRB member? What can you buy with $30 a month? That $30 a month will be good up until the end of this month. If you do the $30 a month, then that means that your monthly billing is always $30 a month, okay? So when we go to the $49.95, our $30 a month members will be grandfathered in. What can you do with $30 a month if you don't join CRB? What can you do October 1 and beyond with $50 a month if you don't join CRB? Not much. $30, $50, not going to buy you much. What could $30 a month buy you? Starting to understand how to build your own coin portfolio and Again, we'll be sharing with our audience assets that don't necessarily appear in the top 20 that we believe have the potential for major growth. This coming Thursday night, we're going to talk about one specific asset so that you'll understand why you definitely want to consider that asset being a major part of your coin portfolio. We'll even show you how your children, your teenagers, your college students, your young adults, for those of you who have young, can start, even if they don't know much about anything about Digi, can start building a position in that particular asset, which over time could get them to Digi millionaire status with just that asset. We're going to talk about an asset that one of our members generated over $100,000 in profits with one asset. We're going to cover that in our first trading lab. Okay. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours. Let's get you to Digi, my gosh, millionaire status.